Hey lovelies, back again with another talkover video and another sexy hairstyle for you. Today I'm going to be using my MAC Prep and Prime skin Visage, sorry. Massaging that all over the skin so it's absorbed nicely into the skin. This one's a bit less silicone-y, it's more hydrating and smooths out the skin and sort of fills in all those pores. Next, as always, I'm going to be taking my color corrector palette by Crease just to cover those little dark circles. Then mixing my two of my favorite foundations by Bourjois at the moment, the Air Matte and Healthy Mixed Skin in Vanilla and Light Beige. Just gently dabbing that all over my skin in little dots on the cheeks, forehead, down the nose and on the chin. And then taking my nice, very moist, damp beauty blender. This is the Real Techniques, I think it's called the Complexion Sponge. I did mention it in my last video. I was a little bit not happy with the colors, you'll see, so I decided to take some more of that vanilla just to balance it out. I was looking a bit too orange, which was the matte. I think I put too much. Then again, blending that in nicely all over the face. Taking my favorite concealer of all time, which is the LA Girl Pro HD Concealer in Natural. Highlighting the rest of the face to balance it out on the chin, the nose, and the forehead. And again, taking our damp beauty blender, we're going to nicely buff that into the skin. Lightly soft dabbing movements, don't wipe. Obviously, it'll just wipe the product away. After this, we're going to set our concealer with Kick-Ass translucent powder. You can use any translucent powder that you like. And again, using dabbing movements. Not to forget also the chin, the nose, and the forehead where we also place that concealer. Next, taking our MAC Studio Fix, just powdering the rest of the face to set everything. Give us a nice finish. Then priming our eyes with our MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot as always, taking our ring finger and gently patting that in to the whole eye area from all the way to the lashes to the top of the brow. Then going in with our fleshy coloured, tone coloured, natural coloured, whatever you like to call it, eyeshadow just to set that creamy product in. Going in with our transition colours, we're going to start in the crease, just slowly blending that in. I'm using Makeup Geek here. I will list everything below, guys. Colours I've used, products, sorry. So if I don't mention it in the voiceover, I will put it in the description bar below, so don't worry. Then buffing in a slightly darker color, and you'll see I'll start to sort of move my brush to a more upright angle to try and start getting that cut crease sort of look, to start cutting it a bit with those nice colors, and then always after each color nicely buffing it out. We're going to repeat this step a few times until we get the desired color that we want. And then I just need to buff out the corners. I felt like they weren't blending very nicely. Then going in with my MAC 217 brush, I'm going to take one of my browns now and I'm going to start building that crease color. This does take time, guys. Don't rush it. Take your time. Put a little bit of product on the brush, place it on the lid, go back, build it up slowly. Because remember, once you got it down, you got it down. You can always add, but it's hard to remove. And not to forget blending in between each step when you're adding a bit. Going back in again with that color, adding some more brown, placing it down, buffing it out, placing it down, buffing it out. Just so we get that nice graduation as well. This is a soft cut crease, it isn't a hard cut crease. Normally you wouldn't buff as much if it's in a hard cut crease. If you guys would like to see a video on the difference, let me know. Taking our flat brush and now our darkest out of our colors, my nice chocolatey Inglot Freedom palette here. Now you'll see I'm going to totally tilt this brush upwards and I'm going to just place this in where I want the crease. Not really using buffing movements, just back and forth, slowly back and forth, placing that color. Again, guys, take your time with this step. Add a little bit of product to the brush, place it down, add a little bit, place it down, take your time. Don't rush this step because it's so easy to get carried away. And then lightly buffing again, not too hard, don't want to buff up that line completely. Which I think I kind of did, so I'm going back in again with my flat brush and some more of that nice chocolatey brown color. Going in with my Mind palette from Stila, taking the lightest color in the palette, and I'm going to pack this onto the eyelid with another flat brush. Just going in, packing it down, going in, packing it down, so you can really get that contrast of color, so you can really see that cut crease. Once you're happy, no additional product on my brush. I'm just going back in with whatever little bit of product is there just to crisp up that line again in case I might have accidentally gone over my crease just ever so much. And now for the fun part, winged liner. This is how I like to freehand it. I will also put my freehand wing liner video in the description bar. Again, guys, take your time with this. Take a little bit of product, put it down, little bit of product, put it down. I have left a lot of this footage in the video just so you can see, you know, how I slowly and gradually build my wing up. I don't just sort of draw a line, whack it on, color it in, because I like to take my time and build it up. That way I find you get the more even lines on both sides and probably a better looking wing than if you had to sort of rush it, if you know what I mean. This is a liquid liner I'm using. It is my favorite liquid liner. It's the one from Rimmel Glam Eyes in black. Next, taking some very scary looking contraption. It's a eyelash curler. Not going to wear falsies today, I know, shock. So we're just going to curl those lashes. I like to tilt it up a little bit just so it really gets those lashes nice and standing upright. I do 20 seconds. I do little pulsating movements like you'll see in this clip here. Next, taking my Perversion mascara by Urban Decay. I did also review this in my last video, and ever since I am absolutely loving this mascara. Didn't transfer it all, so far so good. Quickly doing my brows. I'll also put my brow tutorial down below for you guys. This bit is not too exciting. Doing it with my powder and then going over with my color gel, which is by Essence. Okay, next going in with one of my favorite brow highlighters, which is Shroom by MAC with a very small detailer brush, just to highlight the high points of the brows to make them look nice and arched. Then going back in with our flat definer brush, we're going to start doing our bottom lashes with that nice deep chocolatey brown. I'm not going all the way in today. It was a daytime I was going to, so just going halfway in with that flat definer brush and that nice chocolatey brown, and then picking up some of my transition color on a pencil brush. This is an Essence one. We're going to smoke it out. Going back in again with that brush because I felt like I did buff it out a bit too much, guys. You can always go back in and darken up that line if you feel like you've maybe buffed it out too much. I always like to generally buff it out a bit and then actually add more. Then it looks really nice and smoky. Then just taking some of my transition color and just putting that in the inner corner. As always, my white disco eyeliner to line that inner waterline. Bottom lashes again with my Perversion mascara. Get those babies nice and coated. And then I quickly went over with my Benefit Are They Real. I just like the brush on this one. I find it divides the lashes quite nicely. And then I'm buffing again because clearly I saw something I wasn't too happy with. And then on the other eye, I'm going to take a small detailer brush because there's a little bit of mascara that I got on my lid. And I just brushed it away and poof, it came off. Going in with my Crease Matte Bronzer 02 that I absolutely love. We're just going to bronze up the face today. No harsh contouring because our eyes are quite defined and cut. Want the rest of the face to be quite soft. So sides of the cheeks, the temples, not forgetting the forehead, and then we will go to the jawline and under the chin. Balancing out the face nicely with all of our highlights and contouring darker colors. I decided to put a little bit on the side of my nose because I felt like it just sort of needed it. It was a bit too sort of standing out too much. So just a little bit of that bronzer on either side with any kind of brush, buffing it out quite nicely. I was trying a new blush today. This is by Black Onyx. It is amazing and soft. It was sort of a nice sort of nudie color. Again, trying to stay with that whole natural sort of look because our eyes are quite popping. Taking a bit of a beauty blender, I just wanted to sort of soften that up a bit. Then I took a little bit of a peach color from my Makeup Revolution. Now we're going to go in highlighting as always, guys, my Ride or Die Soft and Gentle by MAC. And I am going to go a bit crazy on the highlighter today. I wanted to be seen from space clearly. Popping some on the Cupid's bow just to make our lip pop nicely on the top. And then also on the ball or end of our nose, just a little bit. And then I went down the bridge of the nose today. As I said, I wanted to be seen from space, so I did highlight quite a lot today. And I also placed some in the corner of my eyes as well. And then I decided to take a little bit of black eyeshadow and just connect that wing to my under eyeshadow. Big blending brush, let's blend all that together so we don't have three strippies on the side of our face. So it's all nicely blended and melded together. Then spritzing with our MAC Fix Plus spray so we don't look all powdery. And there we go. Today for a lip I wanted to do something a little bit brighter, so I went for this Essence liquid lipstick in red. Sorry guys, I don't know the name. I will put it in the description bar below. I just sort of thought with this sort of smoky look, a nice red lip would look quite nice. And there you have it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe. I love your support. Love you guys. See you next time.